John Maynard, Warramai man. My connection to Wollotuka goes back 32 years. First came here as a 40-year-old mature age student, and the roles I've had, I've been a research assistant, an associate lecturer, research academic, and eventually in 2006 director, which is a position I had for 6 years. The setting up of Wollotuka initially started in 1983, and then the old Wollotuka building, which is now Noosa, where I first went to, was a fantastic step for Indigenous people to get into the university. I mean, I come through a school system of the 1950s and 1960s where there was never any thought in your mind you could go to university. There was no encouragement or support, and there was nothing in the textbooks or the history books about us.
My name's Cheryl Newton. I'm a Bundjalung woman, and I'm currently the Elder in Residence part-time at Wollotuka. There was a push back in those days to get enclaves to support Aboriginal students that were attending university. You know, we have people like John Heath, Nola Bond, Lorraine Thomas. They were all working at the time. With Wollotuka, also Deidre Heitmeyer. She was the one who pushed, and she pushed very hard, as did all our Wollotuka staff, for a mandatory Aboriginal education subject.
So the move in the 80s of Aboriginal people moving into universities was a really exciting step, and the university here was right on the front foot. Well, I mean, Wollotuka had always been all Indigenous staff, and a whole cohort of Indigenous students. It was inspiring. You wanted to achieve.
We were growing, and we were outgrowing that building. So with the support of the university and this wonderful group of architects, we had a lot to say about the building of Birrabam, where we are now, which is in the shape of an eagle hawk, which is the Awabakal totem. We wanted the space to be not enclosed classrooms for our students. Every room in the Birrabam building opens to the outside. So that's, you know, you're not enclosed, you're with the elements, you're with country. And that's really important for our students here, to provide that safe space.
I was also with the Faculty of Health for a number of years, and we've also got to look at that as their achievements. And having over 60% of doctors, Aboriginal doctors in the country, come through here is a massive achievement.
Always the most important part of my time here is graduation, watching our students graduate, which is why we're here. Because, you know, one of our mantras back in the day was knowledge is power, and our role here is to ensure that our students are empowered through knowledge, but they're still keeping their own cultural integrity and their own cultural identity.
The next generation of younger ones aren't coming through from that same level of disadvantage and lack of opportunities that many of us older ones had, and it's them that are going to make a big impact in the future. This place, in my opinion, being the #1 Indigenous higher education centre in the country.